Then, let me show you another one. Okay? That's another one. Now this is your Umar Johnson. Okay? Umar Johnson continued his line of work. And guess what? All of them are ops, all of them are agents, all of them they are dealing with the system. They created them. See how that worked? And you know who's behind them? Anybody here know who's behind them on the hat with a hat? Let me see. Do you guys know who the hell is this dude with a hat behind him? It's just to show you. That's just to show you. Nah, it's Rockefeller. That's right. Rockefeller. Now everybody remember that who sponsored the education system? No, it's not Plecker. It's Rockefeller. Okay? So again, the system of 9 to 5, the system of education is Rockefeller. So that is the one that was pushing this joker to denationalize our people. That's where his sponsor came from. Now you get it. Now did you understand why this what we doing here, what I'm doing here, what every other brothers and sisters doing is vital? Because we are removing lies and stigmas. I always tell people, man, you don't have to believe me. Ayana, appreciate you, gorgeous. You don't have to believe a thing I'm saying. I just simply make you make sense out of it. Okay? And like I said, this dude was trying to get help from Selassie, the emperor. And he said no. If Selassie didn't tell him no, they would have moved forward with the project. And the project is to mass deportation, mass removing our people all over, because he was getting sponsored to do that. So it's been a long time they've been trying with this movement. And this is why people like Umar, I don't respect him. And I mean, listen, the ancestors always find a way to take.
For 400 years, white racists have weaponized our own people against us. And today, I'm breaking down the 4 types of black betrayal that keep us shackled. Level 1, the house slave. Meet Stephen, the house slave who loves his chains so much, he'll kill to keep them on. This ain't just a movie character, y'all. This is the blueprint for the most toxic black person in America.
That's who the hell you calling Snowball, hoss boy? I'll snatch your black off that nag down here in the mud so fast make your head.
Steven.
See, Stephen don't just serve white people. He is a white racist in black skin. He's so deep in Stockholm Syndrome that he fears freedom more than bondage. Why? Because oppression is all he's ever known, and he's convinced himself that his survival depends on keeping happy. In Django Unchained, Stephen isn't just a servant, he's the enforcer. When Broomhilda tries to escape, who punishes her? Stephen. When Django arrives as a free man, who's most threatened? Stephen. This man has so internalized his oppression that he sees other black people's freedom as a personal attack on his identity. Sound familiar? That's Uncle Ruckus, the cartoon version of what's very real in our community. These are the black folks who will police you for being too black, who mock our culture to get white folks to pat them on the head and say, "You're one of the good ones." But this isn't just comedy, people. This is psychological warfare. The house slave mentality runs so deep that these individuals will literally work against their own people's interests to maintain their position in the white power structure. Herschel Walker literally said, "Black families don't need fathers because we had strong women." This man was so desperate for white Republican approval that he threw his own people under the bus on national television. He painted black fathers as dispensable while running for Senate in Georgia, the same state where his own father abandoned him. But here's where it gets really sick. Walker wasn't just talking to white Republicans. He was talking to black mothers, telling them they should be grateful to struggle alone. He was telling black children that they don't deserve fathers. Also, he could get a pat on the head from people who will never truly accept him. The house slave doesn't just hurt us through their actions. They poison our minds with self-hatred. They teach our children that being black is something to overcome, not something to celebrate. They turn our survival mechanisms into weapons against ourselves. Here's what makes the house slaves so dangerous. They convince white people that racism isn't the problem. We are. They give oppressors permission to keep oppressing because, see, even they agree with us. Remember, Stephen wasn't just loyal to Calvin Candy. He was more racist than his master. When the house exploded at the end of Django, it wasn't just a building burning down. It was the destruction of an entire system that depended on black people policing other black people. And that's why this mentality is the foundation of all the other levels. Every other type of black betrayal starts with this basic premise, that white approval is more valuable than black liberation.
Before we get to the next level, if you're